Hi there, this is David Detman, and this is a screenshot recording. Unfortunately, the other recording didn't work out. This webinar is on the changes to Facebook and also on the You Like It spot. I apologise, we had some technical issues during the webinar with GoToMeeting where I had to actually slow down and not show all the screens. So bear with it, still a good webinar. I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching the recording. Hi everyone, I'm just waiting for Kath to get in the room. Just let me know if you can hear me. For new people, you just need to go to the orange arrow and type in the chat box. Okay, cool. Opening things up. Okay, Sue can hear, Kelly and Nelson. Still people coming in. Kath's just saying her computer's slow. Just at the same time, loading up this You Like It software. Excuse me. For people using it, this is the latest version of it. I will get into it in detail. I was only sent it this morning, so it's fairly similar to the last version. Just a few of the bugs have been taken out. And I'll better load the video up too behind today. How was everyone's Christmas and New Year's? Anyone get up to anything interesting? Spent Christmas Eve and Christmas morning with the kids, and then I spent the day drinking beer and fishing on the boat. So that was one of the best Christmases I had. I did spend it with family a week before that in Sydney. So I sort of got to see pretty much everyone but my father, unfortunately, which I'm seeing next week. The family's sort of scattered around, so it's hard to get everything together. Santa ate my cookies and drank my milk, Nelson said. Sue's saying it was a great, sounds like yours was great. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm still trying to get into work mode. I keep thinking I've got to keep going back to my boat. The scary thing is I'm about to buy a new laptop so I can work from the boat as the other one crashed. I haven't been in a hurry to do it, put it that way. How are the chickens? Chickens are good. I just fed them 5 minutes before I opened the webinar. Okay. Sure this is loading. I'm on a different satellite today, so hopefully things will be just as fast. I'm on the backup one. Just check. Alright, we'll let that load. Try and find Kath if she's here yet. There she is. Okay, Kath, you should be on the air. Waiting for your mic to pop up. Okay, it's probably because I'm loading the video, it's the sound's breaking up. We're live, Kath, and I can hear you.
Oh, hi. Hi, everybody. Sorry I'm delayed tonight. My computer's being difficult. Can you hear me fine, okay?
I can hear you fine, and Nellie and Sue's saying hello to you.
Hello. I'm trying to open the box so I can see what people are saying. There we go. I hope everybody had a good holiday. I can see where everybody's talking. Hello, everybody. Hello, Kelly and Sue and Nelson. How are y'all doing today? I had an awesome holiday. I got to see my son on Christmas, and I wasn't expecting to see him since he spent Thanksgiving with me, and he's in the service. So I figured he'd be with his dad, and he was, but for part of it, he came to see me. Yes, it was, and a very good surprise. He called me up the night before, and he's like, "Mom, all my friends bailed on me. Can I come spend the night?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So it was a nice time for me. David, where are we at in the time here?
We're just letting the video load. I'm on a backup system tonight, so it's a little bit slower. And I'm trying to load up the as well.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't interfering with whatever you were saying when I logged in. Hold on one sec. I do have a bit of a cold, so if I go mute for a minute, it's because I don't want to cough in your ear. But even that is getting better. Yeah, Nelson, closing out of anything you have open besides us might help with your reception quite a bit. So I pretty much stayed home for New Year's. We usually do, and I see no point in being out on the roads because, as I was saying to David, in our country, in America, people don't know how to drive and drink. Much safer to stay home. I'm assuming since it's a everyday occurrence in the Australian areas that driving and drinking is much safer.
No, it's not. No, there's quite a few people that get done for drinking. I just go out to my boat and I don't have to drive it or anything, so I just go out there and drink beer and enjoy myself. As long as I don't fall off, I'm right.
That's good. Kelly, they can handle their alcohol better over there because they drink on a daily basis. I'm not quite sure how all that works out, though. I just know that it's a more common occurrence over there at a much younger age. I believe you teach your children to drink responsibly, don't you, David?
Actually, the law over here is you can drink from the age of 18.
Yeah, well, they would probably throw us in jail if we let our 8-year-old have alcohol.
18.
So there's one difference right there.
18.
Huh?
18.
Did you say 18? Okay, sorry. Yeah, I know in Germany they do start younger. I know some countries do. I figured Australia was one of them, but I obviously was wrong. Well, now in the United States it's 21, but it depends on where you're at and whether or not you're in the service. I think, I'm not sure on that, but yes, cruise ships are 18 years old, says Kelly. Probably because they know you're not crashing into anything except maybe a chair. Although I would be concerned about one falling off the boat. So, what did everybody else do for the holiday? I'll read it off when it pops up. So you spent time with family. For Nellie and Kelly said she stayed home with her family. Sue said her daughter was home from Hawaii. That's nice. Having family over the holidays is a really good thing. I often wonder why people want to travel so much over the holidays if they're not going to see family and catching up with friends. My family is on the other end of the state. Yes, Nellie, I believe we all did lots of eating. I'm good. Richard, how are you? I know I didn't pronounce that right. Sorry. Aloha too. Speaking of Hawaii, someone was saying their family daughter was home from Hawaii, and that is where you are from. No, it's okay. Yes, I know. Um, you would never be concerned with somebody pronouncing your name wrong, dear. Yeah, split days with the kids. I do remember that one, Deb. But my family and I, when we divorced, the first couple of years, the kids and I had Christmas with their dad. But eventually, it was decided that that wasn't necessary anymore. As they got a little older and a little more demanding. But then, of course, you have to decide who gets them and when. Oh, you're talking about kids that are full grown, not kids that are divorced. Sorry, or because of divorce. Yeah. My mom had a unique way of handling the holidays when we were grown and married. She had the holiday dinner either the night before or the night after. Usually the night before. We did Christmas Eve together. So everybody could go be with their in-laws on the day of Christmas. Because she remembered how hard it was on her to have to go between two states over the holiday to visit family. And she said that it's not that it counts, it's the meaning behind it. So how we doing, David?
I think we can go ahead and start. I nearly stuffed up the video then, but it seems to have remembered it. It's funny thing with Google Docs, when you actually click on the screen, it goes to the next slide. So I nearly stuffed up. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the New Year's fireworks in Sydney. They're known as the world's biggest fireworks. There's actually 1 billion people watch them live on TV. I managed to watch them delayed by now because I was watching on a satellite. But anyway, I thought being the start of the year, I'd show you the fireworks over here. I've actually been to them live, and you can't grasp it unless you're actually live. But they virtually light up buildings in the city. You don't see a lot of that in this. They light up the bridge, and they light up all along the harbour as well. Like the crowds of people. Like I'm to go to them now. When I was younger, I used to go down there and always pick up a date on New Year's. But it'll blow you away. So I'll start that up, and then we'll get into business. Sorry for the delay, too, people. We will get into some business. It's just good to catch up as well. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 2. Okay, so there we go. What I recommend, if you want to see them in full, I only got a short version of it. Just go to YouTube and search Sydney New Year's Eve fireworks, and they go for about 15 or 20 minutes. So I'm not going to play that. But I thought I'd just show you the highlights. I was talking to Kath about it soon after New Year's. I said, you've got to go and watch the fireworks here. So certainly something a lot of people even travel here for. So anyway, for those people who are new, my name's David Detman, and I'm broadcasting from my farm in Australia. Okay, so if you hear sounds in the background, that's just chickens and that. And Kath is a virtual assistant, which most of you know. Very helpful with online stuff. I go to her when I've got a problem, and I highly recommend which you use her services as a virtual assistant. And like I say, it's broadcasting from the farm. Soon I'll actually be broadcasting as well from the boat, so that'll be interesting. I'll have to take some pictures for you, or set up a webcam or something. This is another picture to give you an idea of a still picture. Okay, what we're going to cover today, or tonight, depending on where you are, is the Facebook changes and the YouLike Hits bot changes. Yeah, people have heard me talk about the YouLike Hits bot on several webinars now, but in a nutshell, the YouLike Hits bot was just covering Facebook pages. Now it covers everything, but I'm going to go into depth with that tonight. But we'll start with the Facebook changes. Just let you know, using Twens, since November, I'm sort of skyrocketing my followers, just simply automatically going to Twens. I'll just show you quickly. Twens is on the toolbar, by the way, for those who know about the toolbar. You just go in and follow people every now and again, and you get Twitter following back. And you can categorize from your country or specific keywords for business. But pretty much everyone who's on the Twins site is in business or is a band or promoting something. As you can see, I just go through and get more seeds. And for those who are using it, I've set it just to 2 seeds. And yesterday, roughly, I got about 200 followers, fairly intensely doing it. Just every now and again, I just kept the window open in my Firefox. I'd come back every now and again and just click it. But it's a real good way to build your business. And, you know, what I've taught in the past is automating a message so people join you on Facebook as well. And that's working really well for me. I get about 5 people a day off this site on an average day. I think yesterday I got about 10 people out of 200 who actually follow me on Facebook. And then I just send them no links or nothing, just an introduction saying thanks for me on Facebook, how you going? And most people get that when you don't add links in. So it's a good way to build a relationship. Plus they're following your updates on Twitter. Okay, so back to the slides. And these slides will be available with all the links. I will give you the URL after the webinar, or if you have to leave early, you can always Skype me, for those who know my Skype. Okay, so that's Twins. Okay, Facebook has made some changes. I like some of them and I don't like some of them. This is my page, a screenshot of my page. I was going through it again this morning, my time. So what I'll do is I'll show you my Facebook. I'll re-dot the questions so it's out of my way. You guys can't see that. Okay, so Facebook. This is what a Facebook page is going to look like. You may have not upgraded yet. It's come in probably about a week ago. I know
Dave?
About a week ago. Yes, Gav?
I'm only seeing your Twins page, dear. You got to Facebook once and it went back to twins.
How about now?
Is anybody else seeing the Facebook page?
All right, I'll try.
Yeah, you're the only one that's looking at Facebook.
Just let me know when it comes on.
Okay, I will.
I'll just go to the audience view and see what's happening. Says to me it's waiting for the next screen.
Yeah, it's been a little bit slow through the whole presentation, so it's probably a server thing. I think we have Facebook. Yep.
Okay.
We got it.
Yeah, okay, I can see it now. I'm just watching the audience view.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so who here has changed their page over? Just curiosity.
I haven't changed mine yet. Nellie says she hasn't, but Kelly and Bridget says she has. Right now, Nellie, it is optional, but I'm under the impression that as with anything on Facebook, it won't be on for long.
I agree with that, Kath. Sooner or later, Facebook will just force people to change over to whatever they do. That's the standard sort of practice with Facebook. Now, the one thing I do like about it is you can put this cover thing on. Now, that's just a picture you want to put up there. You might want to make a picture of your business, like I have one of my businesses, which is the Social Network Toolbar. Now, naturally, I did this myself, so you could just put whatever you want to put there. And this is your standard picture, which you used to have on Facebook, which still comes up. Got to change mine for Christmas. It's going to do that this morning. Now, pretty much what they're doing is a storyboard. And you can go back, as you can see, to past times on the storyboard. Now, one of the things it won't do is, and I think Facebook's really failed here, it won't let you change these things. It will let you make things go private, like we'll make the likes private. You can probably make your friends private, your photos, or just for friends. You can custom that. But what you can't do is like, and this is what I find frustrating, is I can't make a little box like this, for instance, like with my fan pages. I can't make a box like this for my notes. What it's doing is it's bringing out anything I've posted. Now, most of you would know, which I post through Social Oomph. And yes, I can go along and remove these or make them featured. So I can change my posts, but I mean, you could do that anyway. But you don't have control on what boxes you can have up, apart from unless you turn the privacy settings off. Now, this is what you will see when you change your page, okay? But it's different to when people view your page. Now, if you want people to view your page, view as, okay, so you can see what they see. Okay, so if you're looking at my page, whether you're a friend or not a friend, this is what you'd see.
Dave, we're still kind of lagging behind you here.
Okay.
Just so you know.
I won't move the page too much then. I'm just going to bring up the window again so I can see what you see. You should see, when it changes over, you should see where it says add friend, messenger. It looks a little bit different with the maps and the like. Might pop this box out. It's not expanding. I'll never.
It says you and David aren't friends. I did notice one thing when I was on a friend's page. She told me to go look for somebody and like them. And when I went on her page, the only friends allowed to see were the ones we were already connected with. I wasn't allowed to see the ones that I didn't know.
Right.
Is that standard?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I've been looking at it, and if anyone else has any thoughts on the changes, the change from something I'm skipping, I'm sort of just doing this off the bat. So if anyone wants to sort of put their 2 cents worth in, I don't know everything. I can see you guys are seeing the page now. Okay, so pretty much that's the way it looks to people, depending on how you set it up. Now, when you do set it up, it will go through a guide on how to set it up. All right. Just trying to think where we go from here. Don't want to make too many moves. But I've got to go back to the timeline. I mean, what Facebook really should have done is give you more choices, and it would have been something to sort of rival Google Plus. But what you can do, just bear with me, I'm just waiting for the page to change again. And I apologise for this. I'll sort out the other satellite by next week, hopefully. I'm just waiting for the... Okay, no. Still lagging.
While we're waiting, Bridget, know if you know if the fan pages were going to be dropped or not. What would happen to them?
As far as I know, the fan pages are going as strong as ever, but I haven't heard anything different. Maybe Bridget's heard something different. I don't see why Facebook would drop anything when they're in competition with Google Plus at the moment. Okay, there we go. So back to the screen, I would see, or you would see, if you're on your account. Now, what you can do is you can go in and edit what people see. Always got a window up in front of me. So you can go in and pretty much go to the About. It's probably the easiest way to go in. So they've changed the settings. Go to the About. It's probably the easiest way to go in. So they've changed the settings as well up here where you've got home and that. You can't access certain things you could access before, which is a little bit painful. Okay, just waiting for that screen to come up. Well, I suppose one of the bonuses is you can remove things you don't want people to see. I feel like I'm on a go slow tonight. I might just shut some of my windows down, see if that helps.
Bridget says that she can't publish a note anymore, write or publish notes on the new timeline. My guess would be that's because with the new posts, you don't need to do notes anymore, because the posts are so long. They allow make them, as long as you need them to be. But I don't know because I've not switched over yet. Do you know anything about the notes, David?
The notes are there. They're just a little bit hard to find, and that's what I don't like about it. Because I did get Bridget's message about that. I had a couple of people ask me a couple of different things, and that was one of the things Bridget did ask me prior to the webinar. So I did look into it. I can't believe how slow this screen is at the moment. If we're working on normal time, I'd switch back quickly and show you. why this screen's up. If you see where it's got the photos, the friends and all that, there's sort of like a tab, and you guys can't see what I'm seeing on my screen, but there is a tab you'll see after the likes page where things that stand out, and the number in there. Okay, your screen's just changed. So this is where you go in and edit things. Now, for instance, if you want to take out, like I've taken out add job, add school, because what really annoys me with Facebook is you can't actually, I was trying to put in my qualifications. I couldn't put them in. But you can edit these things. For instance, I use my Facebook for business. Now, I've edited my pages. Once again, the screen's slow. But you'll see where relationships is. I'll open that up. You're just going to have to bear with me because I'm watching your screen while I'm watching mine. This one will go slow at the moment. I'll only do one example. Let's see the Facebook pages. Now I've got more Facebook pages, but I've chosen just to show people the ones I want them to see, simply because a couple of them are old ones and people still join them, so I keep them. But you can go in and show those, and that's if people look at your pages, like go through your original sort of screen and look at your information. Actually, I'm going to shut this other computer down. Never do. See if that helps. Okay, because you guys are seeing what I've got open, so I'm just waiting for it to open. Probably to see the edit button flash then. I've already got that box open. Okay, now you can see it. Okay, so I can choose options, but this is the button you want to consider. It's the public button. Now you can only show friends, or you can only show yourself and your customer. So I can take that out so people don't read it. Okay, speeding up a little bit now. For family, I can take that out. Now you can do this with any of these boxes, by the way. Okay, so then I save my preferences. So if you want to do it with your contact info or your basic info or any of the boxes which you can see on the screen, you can do that. Okay, I'm speeding up a little bit. So when I'm done, I'll just go back to my page. Now I'm going to answer Bridget's question about notes. So see, when the page comes up, I'll show you. I'm getting ahead of myself here.
While you're waiting for the page to change, Deb Smith said something about when she thinks when you click on something on the timeline page that the fan pages disappear. I guess probably to make more room for it. I don't know. And John Smith was mentioning that when you have Skype open, it does slow down and go to webinar. They don't get along well together.
Yeah, I'll shut Skype down. I usually use that between computers. Very rare I need to shut all this stuff down. Okay, but that is very true. This computer usually is not crashable.
I've had a few friends say that their computers were really slow today, so it might be something on the itself causing a problem.
It could be because I got the Yearlight HitSpot software up as well. Okay. Which I've got to sort of keep up. We've had problems with it on a webinar before. Okay, so you see this little, little 6 over here. Just, you can see a bottle of pills on the screen. When I open that up, you'll see other pages come up. I'm watching yours, so I'm watching mine. Okay, so you can see them come up. This is the notes. Now this is what I don't like. You can't move that up, or you can't move any of these up. You can just add things. So it's kind of a little bit annoying, but that's how you find the notes. And in a sec, Midge will come up. Stay with me for 2 seconds while the tape loads.
Yeah, Roland's saying he's been cut off twice now. I do believe that there's something doing with the internet. And Nelson, the stuff we were looking at to begin with was slides, and it was still going slow. It's just not wanting to cooperate tonight. But, you know, that's how the internet goes. If it were 100% perfect all the time, we wouldn't know what to do with ourselves, I don't think.
All right, so you can see that I've found the notes pretty much by doing that method. Now, I'll just explain it again if anyone didn't see it. Pretty much you go to the little tabs under the storyboard like cover, and you'll see other ones will open, and that's how I found the notes. Now, going back to the question of finding things like groups and pages, you can find and events and apps by going to your home page. All right, so I'll just wait for that to load up. I would have liked to do a bit more with Facebook, but I don't want to do too much as it's playing up. This has got to be the slowest webinar I've done on record. Usually it just cuts out. And I've used this satellite service before. I'm on at the moment. Never had these problems.
There is a question. Kelly says, what is subscriptions for?
Subscriptions. Subscriptions is a new thing where people, as they join you as a friend, subscribe to your news feed. It's been around for probably a month or two, maybe more. So I don't know how it sort of works, but I know when I subscribe to anyone new, I have the option of whether I subscribe when I join them as a friend or not, but it defaults to subscribe. But it doesn't be a past people. So if people have joined you in the past, they won't be subscribed to you, but I think they're still getting feeds, because I'm getting a lot of feeds here on my pages you can see now. And I've got 1,100 and something people. But when you join someone, there is the options to not subscribe or only get certain feeds from them to a preference. But as for finding your own pages, as you can see, pages are here on the left. The news feed, the messages are here, the events are here, the groups and apps. I mean, I find the apps annoying. I mean, I only have all those apps on there because we put those apps on the toolbar, and my son and myself were testing them out. But pretty much that is the Facebook changes. Like I said, I'd like to go in a little bit more with it. So don't want to waste people's time, because we've got 20 minutes left.
Dave?
Yes?
There is one thing I've noticed with subscriptions that's actually kind of cool. If you have someone that's constantly posting something that you don't like, you can unsubscribe from them, but they still see yours, and they don't know. So it's probably not the most ethical way of doing business. I wouldn't go in and unsubscribe from everybody, but there are one or two people on my list that just are either really, really negative all the time, or they're posting things with language I wouldn't use, but they're decent people, so I'll unsubscribe for them for a little while. And every once in a while I can check just to see if they've changed. But I did want to throw that in for those that didn't know that. Just because you're subscribed to them doesn't mean they're seeing what you're putting out. And just because you unsubscribe them doesn't mean they don't see you. Okay?
Sounds good, Kath. Absolutely right. Spot on. Yeah. What I'm showing on the screen now is the YouLike Hits bot. Now you can generate points for your YouTube to get people subscribed to your YouTube channel. By the way, friends and subscribers have been merged on. You're going to cover YouTube next week, as they've totally changed everything as well. But on YouLike Hits, the website itself, and you don't have, it's a free site and it's available on the toolbar, just to let people know. You can pretty much get leads through Google, with Google Plus. You can actually do your Google Plus pages now. So if you've got a business page, like Saturday Night Live has a business page, and I was hoping to demonstrate how many people are sort of coming across from YouLike Hits. You can also do Dig, for those people who know Dig. Facebook likes, you can get Facebook likes, which I've shown that in the past. You can get Twitter. You can combine the whole lot together. So if you just want to get Facebook likes, you can subscribe to someone on YouTube and get Facebook likes back. Or you can combine. What I do is I combine everything because I'm experimenting with it because I'm teaching it. But I've noticed my YouTube page subscriptions have gone up dramatically just recently, and I've doubled the amount of people who like the Google Plus page and my Facebook pages. I've got 3 of them on it, and the 3 of them are working. Now, one of the things it does show you, really, is you can get points with this YouLike Hits bot software. Now, this is a third-party software, okay? And you can pick how to get them. So you can do Facebook likes, website visits, Twitter followers, YouTube others, StumbleUpon followers, MySpace followers, Dig followers. All right. It's interesting actually with Dig and StumbleUpon. I don't spend a lot of time on those sites, but I notice when I post things on there, because I've got subscribers from this site, they're viewing my YouTube videos, which is usually what I've been posting on there. So that's another great way to get people as far as leads go. Like, you want to get leads. Leads are only good if you use them correctly too. So, if you get someone added to your Facebook through it, you want to contact that person and get those people talking to you. Or if you get someone subscribing to Dig, for instance, you might want to talk to them. I mean, I can show you all the ways to get more people, like more Twitter followers and that, and how to contact them automatically and that, but eventually you need to those people, so keep that in mind. Now, you guys are seeing, I've started it. I had it going this morning because the YouLike Hits people contacted me this morning knowing I was doing this webinar. I've done one for them before, and gave me the latest version, because what they've done is they've automated every one of those sites I've mentioned now, where in the past they only had the Facebook. Okay, so it will run through automatically, and I can set it to how many people, or sorry, how many likes or hits or whatever I want. I recommend you set it to 100 a day. It won't always run 100, just depends on how many you've liked in the past and how many people are on the site. It just goes through, you see the screen change. So I've got 242 points, I had 237. So what will happen is if I go to a You Like Hits site, I'll just wait for it to come up for you, start the history up. I'm just waiting for your screen to change.
Dave?
Yes, Kath?
Nellie's asking if You Like Hits costs anything.
Okay, the site itself costs nothing. All right, if you want to go through and do it manually, and there's nothing wrong with doing manual stuff, it just depends how much time you've got. It's 100% free. I mean, you can buy extra services, but I highly don't recommend that with any of these types of sites, like the Twin site as well. I don't see the value in it, but I see the value in using them each day regularly, whether it's manual or automatic, and Twins is manual, by the way. I don't have software for that. You Like Hits software, like I say, it's a third-party thing. It's currently $25, but only for the next 3 weeks. It's usually $50. I paid $50 for it, and just let people know I'm an affiliate, and I'll give you the slides after. I had, if we weren't running a slow screen, I would be showing you the slides. So I'll give you that link to the slides. You can go through and sort of try and get an idea of what I was talking about. So as you can see now on your screen, I've liked Tyler King's page 21 years ago. Previous to I was testing out the new version, you can see down here, which I visited these sites. I subscribed to a YouTube channel. Like the way I run it is just random, so it doesn't look like I'm using one site. And when this software first came out, I said to people, look, be very careful using it. It's like any automatic software, you've got to use it responsibly. But the beauty is now, with this software, is it was only doing the Facebook pages. Now it's doing every site. So if you set it to random, you're not going to be seen by these sites like Facebook, Twitter and all that as being automatic, because you're going to different sites all the time. And it'll just automatic switch over. As you can see, how it's sort of switched. I've done like, your page hasn't come up yet, but just under the visits there, the YouTube, below that when it comes up, you'll see stumble upon Google Plus. I've liked a few Facebook pages, and I've followed someone on Twitter, and I've subscribed to a few more channels on YouTube. So and this is coming off the site. So you've got the two options. You can go manual and use it free, or you can use this software, which I've used pretty much since the day it came out. A lot to do with the people who manage the software. They've kept me up to date. I did an original presentation for them, and I've sort of waited until they've got it really going well before I've come back to it. But it's been building all my profiles. So you can see on the screen now it's come up. And just the way I use it, it's not continuous, and I don't run it 24/7. So if you want to get the software. But as you can see, I'll try and bring the slides up and see how we go with the slides. Might work fast. We'll just wait for the slides to come up for you guys. Like for $25, I mean, it's not a lot of money really. And you can sell this product too. Yes, Jack, go ahead.
I was just going to ask you to clarify that it does have a free option, but it's better to buy the $25 part, right?
Well, look, I've been using it and I've never had an issue with it. Yeah, whenever there's been an issue, they're available on Skype as well. So I've just said to them, look, when's this coming out, whatever, they get back very quickly. I recommend the software and I sell the software, and I recommend which people look at selling the software to their team as well. Let's say it's usually $50 or $49. For the month of January, with all the new features, they decided to bring it back half price to 50%. And because I spoke to them about it a week ago, I said, how long is the offer going to go for? And they said until the end of January. And you can sort of go in, use the software, or you can just use the site. If you just want to do a bit a day, like I've taught the twins or this site, you can go in and manually do it. You don't want to pay $25. It's entirely up to you. I'm teaching both methods for that reason, giving you the advantage of an automated software which you need to use responsibly, or just go into the site and use it. So you can like pages. Go ahead, Kath.
Bridget wants to know, is that a monthly thing or is it a one-time license?
One-time license, and if you have to my understanding, if you had 2 Facebook pages, you can add them. If you had 2 Facebook accounts or you had 5 Twitter accounts, you can add them into it. It just depends on the year, like how many will let you in, but the software will let you add pretty much multiple ones from what I've been told. The main plus, I would say, pardon the pun, is the Google Plus, all right, because now Google Plus not fan pages, but business pages have come up. It's very hard to get people to connect with your Google Plus, all right. I'm just running through the slides as we talk, because Google Plus is fairly new, so there's not automation around Google Plus, so there'll be new things coming out very soon. But the beauty is, if you have a business page on Google Plus, you can get people on this site to join you on that page, and it's just another way to connect to people. So, like I said, I've used it for quite some time, and it sort of really shot up all my ratings across the board, apart from Twitter, which I use the Twin software for the Twin side, I say. Yes, Kath?
Oh, nothing. But Bridget did add that she said thank you and that she likes what she sees so far. It does sound pretty cool. I will have to agree with her.
Oh, look, it's like any software. I mean, one of the biggest softwares I used to use was for MySpace, and I go back to the days, and I still own dating sites, but I don't really promote them. They sort of promote themselves now. When MySpace was the hype, I used to use a software for MySpace just like this. I don't know how many friends on MySpace I ended up who were targeted sort of people. And that really grew the business, like to the point now I just get a check at the end of the month and I have another company running the dating site, like simply because I used automated software and I didn't abuse it, I just grew it slowly with the software, but I would be still sitting here trying to add friends on MySpace if it was still a popular site. So just go through and...
Dave?
Yes, Kath?
Lizette asks if you can emphasize how to use it for the best benefit to growing our businesses.
Okay, what it will do for you is build your social networks up for you. Like, I wish I could sort of show more. Like, I'm trying to sort of talk more than show what I had planned to show due to the lag. I wanted to go and show you how it's sort of run, and we might actually do the Google Plus site. Just switch this slide up for when we come back. And I'll go on the toolbar, the Google Plus site, and I'll just show you how it's built the Google Plus on its own. this might take a little while to come up. Like I say, I do apologise for the lag. For those new people, usually go into a lot more detail in a presentation. It's just, we'd be here for 3 hours if I go into what I usually go into. So we've got to work with what we've got. And make sure I get the other satellite up and running for next week. Now I'm just trying to log into my Google Plus page.
Actually kind of makes me feel better because mine's been dragging all day too. So now I know it's not just me.
That's you, Kat. You're the one who's done it to me. But what I'll do is I'll shut down the Yearlight Hit software just in case that's what's really slowing it down. But so far I'm up to 252 points and it's like six pages or visits. 252 points and it's like six pages or visits. Hopefully that could be it because we had problems with it last time. So I'm just logging into my Google Plus page. Now the software doesn't want to shut down. I did this on the last webinar too. And you guys are still seeing software. What you got to remember is when we do presentations, GoToMeeting, things don't run as fast as they usually do. Like if you were doing it. I mean, generally it's all right, but when you got spares open and that, sometimes you can jinx yourself. Most people are scared to do videos. All right. Yeah, it's still not coming up. I'm getting on my side, so.
I don't know if I'm scared to do a video as much as I'm thinking looking at me might scare people away.
We're going to cover video in detail next week.
Just kidding.
I'm going to hassle everyone. For anyone who's scared of doing video, I'm going to hassle them because, you know, like, I'm getting, just to let people know, I'm getting on YouTube, and I don't really advertise it apart from in my sites, but on Google searches, on just general views of other YouTube channels and that, I'm getting over 1,000 views a month. You know, I think it was last month was 1,200, and that's dealing with Christmas. And YouTube's really stepped up on the antics and that as well, so you can see what's going on. I don't know why your screen hasn't switched over. I've turned the bot software shut down now. I'm still seeing a slide. I'm on Google Plus business pages, so. But what you can do.
There it goes.
Yeah. All right. I'm still getting the same on my viewer. I never opened this viewer unless was a problem. This is the first time, so. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing what you see. So what you can see is people in my circles right now are 36. People who have added me, and this is for Saturday Night Live. I've jumped across the process of going to the page, so you guys have actually have to wait for 3 or 4 pages to open. What I do is I go into people who have added you. All right. Now you'll see on some of them when it comes up a little circle with the people who I've already added. Now one of the defaults for the business pages is VIP. Now I just add people to the VIP so they get a message which my page has added them back, just like if it was a personal page. And what I'm doing right now, which you can't see, is I'm adding, I usually go and do this each day, but I've just had a run on people adding them through the Yearlight Hit software. People, as they add me, I add them to my VIP default. Now you can make your own one up, just like any other Google Plus page. And I go through and I just keep adding people so they get a message which I've added them back. And it makes them feel important, and they're going to see my broadcasts from this page, like I advertise this webinar not only on my personal profile, but on this page as well. So I'll just wait for your screen to catch up, just to give an idea of me adding the circles. But I mean, look, this is one element of the whole process. I've got, and I wish I could go through and show you each one, and we might have to recover this webinar. But I've got people liking my 3 Facebook pages continuously. I've got people adding my YouTube channel to a subscription continuously. The Twitter, I'm getting the odd person on Twitter. And I'm also getting, I don't have website views set up. I can view websites, but I've chosen not to have my website set on a rotator because I believe which it doesn't help your Google ranking. Now, whether that's 100% true, I'm not going to say or not. I've just been advised, if it's my own website, not to have my website linked to any sort of traffic type websites. If it's a MLM product page, you know, that's not your problem, so you can always do it to those sort of pages because it's not going to affect your rankings in the search engine. It's going to affect the company's rankings, and I'm sure they get, you know, ranked with many people doing it that way. So but I do view other people's websites through the automated software. So I highly recommend that you don't put your personal blog on one of those traffic sort of exchange type setups, whether it's through YouLikeHits or anything else. But it doesn't hurt to do it with pages where you're not worried about ranking like a third-party site with an affiliate product or MLM product. So you can see how I've done the circles. You can see how many people added me. So, I mean, now's the time to do it. If you haven't done a Google Plus business page, now's the time to do it. And this is a way you can get people in business across to your page. And you can do this for all the other social networks which I've mentioned. So, do we have any questions, Kath? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to go back in the slides to get the link. I highly recommend that people actually go through and look at the slides tonight due to the fact I couldn't show them properly. But I'll give you the link to the slides.
There's no questions at the moment.
Because all the links are on the slides.
No questions at the moment, David. But I would like to ask, I don't think he's hearing me.
I'm hearing you.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to ask you, do you have a specific video that you've done in the past on setting up a Google Plus page for business, or is it just the same as doing it for like your personal page?
Okay, that's where I've faltered in keeping up to date with the videos. There's a couple of new products I'm bringing out, and that's why I haven't got back to the videos. I was going to show you them tonight, but you can see them in the slides. If you go to the Learn Google Plus org site, or just type into Google or Yahoo Learn Google Plus. On Yahoo, I come up as #1. On Google, last time I checked, I was #6 on their site on the first page. So it's learngoogleplus.org. The basic videos are there for a Google Plus page itself, and the same principles pretty much are setting up a business page. They're fairly similar. So I would go through and look at that training, and you could probably work out how to do a business page. And when you log into Google Plus account, on the news feed page, which is usually the default page which comes up, on the right-hand side down the left, there's usually a link to ask you whether you want to start a Google Plus business page. So, but it's on the toolbar as well, as far as the social network toolbar.com. There is a link to the Google Plus business pages if you want to find it for the toolbar. And if you don't have the toolbar, it's the social network toolbar.com. Kath's typed in learngoogleplus.org, and I put in Google Plus, the Google Docs presentation. So if you go through to that, I've opened it up now. to the Google Plus, you'll see the presentation, and you can get any links you need for any of the things I've covered tonight, like the twins, the You Like It spot. It's all in the slideshow, which I'm showing on my screen probably now. On that note, I've got a guinea fowl outside yelling at me. If anyone's got any final questions, if not, we'll let you go as it's 5 past the hour.
No, just a couple of people laughing at the chickens in the background. I think that's it.
Like I say, once again, I apologise tonight for the way these presentations worked out. It's probably the slowest presentation I've ever done. You've got to rethink yourself to see what you're seeing. But anyway, if you have any questions, you can get me on Skype. My Skype is dcompanyau, and that's also in the slides. So thanks again, Kath, for co-hosting. I should have turned it over to you when things went dramatic.
You did good. We've all had our days where the computer did not want to cooperate.
That's right, and I rebooted this one. It must be the satellite because everything's been shut down and it's still slow. So anyway, I'll work on that next week. I'll hopefully get the other one back up and running, the other satellite connection I use. So have a great weekend, everyone, and good night to everyone, and good night, Kat.
Good night from Virginia.
Okay, well, thanks for watching the recording. The recording actually worked out probably a little bit better than the webinar. The next week's topic, as I explained in the webinar, is YouTube and the changes to YouTube and the value of using video. I'm sort of turning a milestone on my own YouTube channel this week of 20,000 views since I opened that channel for my business. So there's great value in video. Make sure you come along to next week's webinar, and if you're watching recordings, just check out the YouTube channel or wherever you're viewing the video to search that the next webinar on YouTube. Okay, this is David Detman, and thanks again for viewing.